We're going on a road trip over 2,000 kilometers in EVs from the UK to Berlin for the Energy Tech Summit. We invited a bunch of legendary Octopus customers and special guests on a crazy road trip across Europe to Berlin and back to prove once and for all that EVs are here to stay. We had to do it in the brightest pink and purple electric camper van there is, but more on that later. Let's meet the crew.
I'm the Future Technologies Evangelist at Octopus.
I am an Octopus Energy customer.
I've been working in the EV space for over 10 years now.
I'm an environmental justice activist.
I've come on this adventure from South Wales.
I'm the creator of the Energy Stats UK website.
I'm part of the team at Noma.
And I'm a 20-year-old visual artist.
The Green Strip Show.
My car is called Dennis. It's my first electric car. I love it.
I'm driving the Volkswagen ID Buzz. We gave it the nickname of Rosie.
This is my car. It's the smallest car of all of these. It's a Yorkshire, an E-York.
We're heading to Berlin on a mission to get to the Energy Tech Summit.
A few years ago, you'd need a serious charging plan in place before you'd ever dream of doing a Euro trip like this. This time, no plan was needed. No range anxiety, no charging worries, and easy access to route planning wherever you go, thanks to Electroverse. For some of our guests, it was literally their first time driving an EV in Europe.
My first time driving an electric vehicle, using that Electroverse app, it feels like a bit more streamlined because we have a sense of where we're going alongside the trip.
I want to actually see if I could drive this thing all the way to Berlin and back on 6 chargers. In Europe, they seem to have got a good handle on this, and the Electroverse app allows you to see which is the fastest chargers on your route.
While cruising through iconic European cities in an unmissable pink van, you gain some perspective. Long trips don't have to be exhausting. They don't have to be a race. It's about the journey. 93% of people said they'd never go back to a petrol or diesel vehicle after getting an EV. And it's clear why.
We've been particularly going to the chargers which are 350 kilowatts, so they're like the fast chargers. It's so simple. You literally just tap the screen, it's doing its thing. Honestly, when they said about doing a road trip in an electric car to Europe, I was like, no way, that's going to be horrific. It's just been easy. I think we're going to be able to do this entire trip to Germany for 100 quid. If I was in my E92 M3, I'd have hemorrhaged about 350 quid by now.
We found some stunning charging locations using Electroverse. There was one right on the beach, so we stopped for a coffee and played some volleyball in the sun while the van was topping up. We also had a pit stop at an old coal mine that had been converted into a butterfly garden. Unforgettable experiences like this would go amiss if you had your petrol-powered blinkers on.
When we started doing this journey, we wanted to make it like an experience as well. With the Electroverse, it makes it so much easier for charging, for planning the routes. I think having it all in one makes it super useful.
As soon as I open the app, I put the route in, and then it's showing you just the amount of chargers en route. Take your pick.
As we closed in on Berlin, you're obviously thinking, how much would a crazy road trip like this cost to charge your EV? And how would it compare to your bog standard petrol car? We made sure to take everything from luxury performance SUVs like the Mercedes EQS to Patrick's charismatic E-Up, so that we could compare the overall cost to charge fairly. As a fleet, we only charged 5 times on average each way, excluding the E-Up that had a shorter range. The Ford Explorer managed to get to Berlin and back for under £120, with no cars charging, costing more than £200. If we drove a petrol car that gets 40 mpg on average, filling up with fuel costing £1.35 per litre, it would cost around £219 for the entire trip. And if you were to drive the equivalent journey in day-to-day life while charging your EV at home on Intelligent Octopus, it would cost you less than £45. We've made it all the way to Berlin for the Energy Tech Summit. What an insane road trip it's been. We've had all different charging needs, but what saved is the Electroverse app, and this is the result. All 8 cars are here,